Dubs, one more fucking thing. Alright, so I guess it's just everything that we've had forever that did just fine has decided to break all at once.
Yes.
Rough painting's going to be done for years, but the roof. Okay, this is a rubber watering tank for livestock. It's great because it doesn't freeze and break. Okay, and I could bitch about this, but I bought it probably 26, 27 years ago. Okay, well, I noticed that I was filling it and the water was running out. And the rubber has finally cracked. You can see the fibers in the rubber. It's pretty old. But it just started leaking this year. They just don't make things the way they used to.
It only lasts 3
But
decades.
at any rate, when I bought it, it was expensive, but it wasn't unbelievably expensive. I think I paid $15 for it.
30 years ago, yeah.
Almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
God only knows what it would cost now, but it wouldn't be
$15.
$15. Okay, so I don't have 2 nickels to rub together because I'm trying to paint this house and I just put a new roof on this house.
Right, right.
So the idea that I'm going to go and look for one of those and get it, no.
No.
Okay, so Tanya and Mark, my sister and her husband, have this huge palm tree that they bring in the house every year and take out every year. They keep it on wheels so they can roll it around. That when Mark used to do weed eating for lawns and stuff, one of his customers threw it away and he took it. They call it Margarita. I don't know what his name is. But anyway, it needed to be repotted. So they bought one of these 55-gallon drums for $7 and cut the bottom out of it.
Yep.
To repot it. That's the strongest part. Doesn't have any holes. They can knock holes if they want. They don't have to if they don't want.
Mm-hmm.
But that left this part, which they asked me, do you want it? And of course I said yes. So I already sealed these.
Mm-hmm.
First I filled it to see if they leaked, and the one on the left did. So
the one on the top for us, that leaked, yeah, okay.
No.
For us, that's the top, honey.
No.
Now it's on the left.
This one.
Okay, it leaked.
It leaked. Okay. Now, also, this is too tall. No animal can reach to the bottom of that unless it's a camel or a llama, maybe.
Yeah, a giraffe.
But a goat can't. And it won't fit under the spigot for the tank where I have to put it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it. And the way I cut plastic barrels, not very straight, by the way, because my hand is wobbly, so it tends to be a really crooked one, but the goats don't care. What I do is I use a roto tool. A roto tool is the perfect tool for cutting plastic barrels, and I'm just going to follow this line. That means it'll hold. If you look at my tank over there, and you look at this, they're almost exactly the same size.
Right, right.
I know that that goes under, so I know if I cut this off, it will go under.
Okay. We will come back.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm doing it, and as I do it, watch just for a few seconds, and
Okay.
what I'll do is I roll it.
Oh, you roll the barrel. And you ended up halfway across the yard.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm sure you're all saying, I could do a smoother line than that. Yes, you probably could. Because isn't it human nature to always watch everybody do something and go, I could do that better? It's like when I watch Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
I'm always sure I could do it so much better. Except the naked part. Let's just face it. With me, everything sags. I'm stepping on it. Anyway, so notice I'm not throwing that away.
Well, of course not.
Because eventually I will use that for something.
Oh, it would make a mold.
I have used it for mold. That's how I made that tower on the... Was with the
one
centerpiece. I put it out, made it as round as I could. Because as you see, they don't
stay round.
It was really not round on the top, but now it's round on the top now that I cut that off. Okay, so now we're going to take it out here. Dump all the shavings out of it. Otherwise the goat poop's gonna look weird. Goat poop will have those little shavings in it, it'll be weird. It's like, what's that little white shit? Oh yeah, that's what that is. Is that rice? No, it's not rice.
Not rice?
It's plastic shit. In the shit, it's plastic shit. Eventually the whole world will have little pieces of plastic shit in it.
It doesn't already?
Yeah.
Are there goats out here right now?
No.
Then I won't worry about that.
Okay, so I built it. This is where it goes. And as you can see, it's going to be just the right height.
Goes right under where it needs to.
Okay, this hose actually takes it to the billy goat's pen or the kid pen, depending on what's in there. Right now it's the billy goat's pen.
Right.
And it fills his watering thing from this same tank. In case you haven't seen this tank before, this tank is fed by the gutter system off this barn. This is the old barn, which used to be the new barn.
Yes.
Look at this, see? All that is built up. I don't know why, but I'm going to take care of it right now.
Chickens?
With my old tool, the foot.
The go-to foot?
No, it's something that happened because, I don't know, because of the water tank, probably. Okay. I'll level it out a little bit. Because while the rubber one would handle the uneven ground, that one doesn't want to so much.
Well, no, because it's pretty rigid.
Yeah, it's rigid, yeah. Okay, we'll put that there. But it's still plastic. It's still not going to bust in a freeze.
No.
Now we fill it.
That is wonderful.
And hope that the fix I did on the valve works and it doesn't leak.
Yeah, exactly.
If it does, I'll do it again.
Yep.
But this is all water that we caught off the roof. It doesn't have mosquitoes in it because the air vents are covered with screen.
Right.
You have to vent the tank or it won't fill. It gets weird pressure and shit. And the air's got to be able to release. So if you're doing a gravity water system, remember that the tanks you're filling have to have a release that lets the air out. And there we go. Now, see, I have to move the goats over to this pasture tomorrow, which is why this had to be done today.
Yeah. Even though you're in the middle of painting.
I put it off, even though I'm in the middle of that freaking god-awful process.
And yes, there's lots of video about that.
I stop everything to do this because the goats have to be moved back over to this pasture.
Right.
They're quickly running out of good stuff to eat there. And this pasture, as you can see, is getting ahead of them.
Yeah.
So I'll move them back over here.
In fact, you had to mow it.
I had to mow it to come in because otherwise I was walking through chiggers every time I came in. Yeah, actually I'm going by the length of time it takes to fill. This one actually holds more water, which is perfect. All right. So I'll come back later and check it. You don't need to know.
Okie
You don't
dokie.
need to know if it leaks or not. Let's pretend like it's not going to fucking leak.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how to make a quick water tank. Is it easier to make it out of the other end? You bet your sweet ass there's not holes in it. If you make it out of the bottom of a barrel. But meanwhile, this barrel made a gigantic planter, which go and price one of those.
Yes, exactly.
And it made a watering trough for my goats. And I still have a ring that I'll do something with at some point.
Right.
For $7. Plus, keep watching, because I guarantee I will figure out something to do with that old rubber waterer.
Oh, of course you will.
Get out of here, Maya.
Yes, the dogs came to help.
Yep, here's a quick look at, I know you guys have missed him. Here's Al. He's kind of, I can't tell you, see how wet he looks? That's because he just finished peeing on his head.
Yes.
I still pet him, but I pet him back here where he's not as stinky. Yeah. but he will butt you if he can.
Yes, because he is a billy goat. Oh
Yeah.
God, he does smell.
I told you he did.
I know.
He's in full ass rut.
Yay.
Here, smell.
No, thank
Here.
you. No, thank you.
But there he is. You guys have been asking about him. There he is in all his glory. I want you to notice these little goats, these little Nigerian dwarfs. He's not on that much land. He cannot keep up with this pasture.
No, he can't.
Look at that.
That big Billy would have had this eaten
That
down
big
and
Billy,
tromped.
yeah, we would have had to move him to the other pasture already
Yeah,
because he wouldn't
yeah.
have had enough. But this guy, if he can actually breed the goats, what a boon, because
kidding.
he doesn't eat very much.
Yep.
I feed him half a can of grain twice a day, and he leaves some.
Yeah, he's obviously quite healthy.
And he's fat. Look at
yeah,
his
yeah, I know.
belly.
He's got a big fat belly.
So, yeah, he does.
Okay, say goodbye, Al.
Can you say goodbye, Al? Go goodbye.